Well, hi again, everybody. Jake here with you for another edition of Demko Modelworks. This is going to be an update video. I was working on a video last night, Wednesday night, and my camera had messed up, and so all the work that I had done and shown on video, or I thought was doing on video, was not, and so the video got destroyed. So I had to redo it. So, I'm gonna have to just do an update video for now. What I'm doing was the top saucer on my client's refit, and but before I do that, before we go into that, I just want to say apologize for the lack of videos here the last month and a half. I fell ill. Was in the hospital for a little bit with a major headache, and ended up having a small TIA, or mini stroke, and so it put me down for several weeks, and I'm finally feeling better, getting ready, starting to get back into the swing of things. I haven't been able to work on anybody's kits, so just want to say I'm sorry for that, but we're back in the swing of things. And last night I started working on my client's top saucer. I got the Aztecing masks put down, and I got the whole, the primary and the secondary color put on, and then I went through the tertiary colors with the random pattern masking, and I'll walk you through that here in just a second. So. But also I want to say that I'm gonna I'm having to order some parts from my buddy Cameron Lewis for one of the nacelles here. I've got one of the nacelles just about ready for Aztecing, which we'll be doing that later this week or this weekend. And so we'll have a video build series on that. So that'll be our next video, which will be part 7. I believe last night's was going to be part 7, but that's going to be a totally different thing now. So part 7 will be the let's see, what nacelle side is it? This will be the port side nacelle, and we'll walk you through the whole step by step on doing that one. Probably just walk you through the top and one side of it, and maybe the tail end where that back fin is. So we'll walk you through that, and then we'll go through on part 8 and do the underside of the saucer. I'm still trying to work with the sensor band, getting the joint cleaned up and nice and puttied and clean, all the detail cleaned up on that and whatnot. So, but anyway, in between there, I thought I'd start off on a different little video series here. I'll get into that as a surprise at the end of the video. So I'm gonna reposition the camera, get set up for what I'm going to show you on the top saucer, and we'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned. Okay guys, well here we are. Now, like I said, I went through yesterday, spent most of the afternoon and well into like 3 o'clock this morning to get the Aztecing done on the top side, and that's what we did. I went through and I did the ring around the BC deck, and I spent pretty much 3 hours or so getting the pie wedges down. And before that, you get them, what you do is what we call, if you're new to this, what we call weeding the masks. And I've got a mask here. Let me tighten up here on the shot here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it very well or not, and I'm sorry if my camera light does a weird thing. It has a tendency to do that. I'm going to be in the process of buying another one soon. So, but anyway, I don't have black on black, but each pie section comes with both negative and positive. That's what we call these pies. These sections is one section will be a positive and one will be a negative. It doesn't matter which one you call it, but this one pie wedge right here is capable of handling 2 sections. So what you can do is you can either take each individual box and pluck each one of these pieces off and put it down, And you will save masks that way, but it will take you, 3-4 hours to do that. Or you can do what Gary suggests in the video, and that's what we call weeding out each individual part. Now, there are, if you notice, there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections to one pie wedge. And so basically what you got to do is every other wedge is one way, and then the other 3 are a different way. So it just basically mirrors what you're doing, so that way you have that Aztec effect on the saucer, and it turns out real well that way. And what I did is I ended up doing that, and once I realized I had enough masking to do the weeding, then I went on ahead and did that and used my transfer paper and went down and laid it on, pulled the paper off, and then went on, and you just flip-flop back and forth each one. Sometimes what I first started doing this is I took one section and I did every other pie wedge on the ship, and it works that way. Or you can just flip-flop, just one here, then one here, then one here, then one here. So, but we went on ahead and did all that, got all the Aztecing done. We did our base, we did our primary color, which is blue, and then certain ones on the ship are gold. And in the masking kit, Gary supplies the I'm gonna get you back into shot here. Right here is a gold. Here, and here, I believe, yeah. Here, and here are all gold pieces, and he supplies masking that covers all of this area right here. And so what you do is you put all your masking on, then you put your gold, your masking to cover up the Aztec pattern. Then you spray your blue, and then you take those little masking covers off, and then you'll have blank masking here, and then you can paint those gold. You have tape up and stuff like that, but I'll show you all that and when we get ready to do the bottom saucer here. But and then in the kit he supplies random pattern masking, and you may have seen this in his videos on YouTube where he goes through and demonstrate this, and I will go through and demonstrate this too again on the bottom side. He just demonstrates putting it on, but I will go through and demonstrate it, putting it on and then painting it and then taking it off and moving it. It's going to be kind of a lengthy video, but we'll work through it. Hopefully my camera will cooperate. And what I was doing last night is I was talking about these two pie wedges right here, and I was about ready to start putting them on, and I noticed that my camera jumped. It did something, and all of a sudden it's showing me working off camera, doing the stuff that I wouldn't do on camera, like getting the masking ready and getting the paint ready, stuff like that. So it just kind of messed up on me. So all the work that I did yesterday was no good. So I just had to do an update video for y'all, since I haven't done it in a while. And I just wanted to make mention too that the pattern on the refit, it's not supposed to be bright. It's supposed to be just very subtle to where you can just barely see it. From afar you're not going to see anything but white and maybe the registration markings. But when it moves past a certain light, you'll be able to see the subtlety of the Aztec pattern, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Guys, you don't want it heavy. You want it very light and subtle. So, and that's the way it turned out. And Gary did a really good job on making these masks. They work very well. There's several other competitors that I've used. Their masking just don't hold up the way Gary's does, and I that's just phenomenal, guys. Gary, it works really well. So superb job on that, Gary. I'll recommend these masks to anybody. So, but anyway, so what we're going to do in the next video, in the next video of the saucer, we'll actually be going through and doing Aztecing the bottom saucer, there's a few extra steps that we have to do on the bottom saucer. There's boxes around these are, you know, the actual landing gear for the saucer in case the saucer has to separate from the ship, and you know, there's just several other things that you have to do to the bottom saucer that you don't have to do at the top. So that'll be, I believe, part 8. We'll have this one ready to go. Hopefully the saucer will be ready, so we'll have part 8 up and ready. You know, we'll go through the whole spill on that. And then part 7 will be of the nacelle here. Now I just have a few little seam, you know, a little bit of a detailed part right here to work up on the seam, and then this whole thing will be ready for the Aztec paint, and we'll go through and do all of that on camera. So that'll be in the next upcoming videos. So then, you know, we'll have that other nacelle, and then she'll be pretty much ready to go, guys, for that. So, but anyway, all right, moving on now to that'll wrap it up for the refit for now. We'll catch back with you on that one, you know, in a couple of days. You know, get caught up on that and get going on that. And for that little offshoot video that I mentioned, we're going to be we're always doing something sci-fi here on the channel, so I thought I might be able to spice things up a little bit and switch gears here. We'll be going through and doing a video build series on this helicopter, and we're just going to be pretty much doing it out of the box, no lighting or anything else like that on there. You know, while we're waiting on certain things to dry and stuff like that. Now this will only be for the channel. Now you know, Andy from Andy Hobby Headquarters has done a video series on this, so I'm not going to really go into too much detail, but as far as the kit goes, it's a very clean kit. You know, I've gone through and looked at the pieces and stuff, and man, it's well worth the money, guys. This kit's kind of pricey, but it's well worth the money. Very detailed on the pieces. So we're gonna get started on this next week, maybe over the weekend if I can, and just kind of go through a few things. We're gonna be using mostly craft acrylic paints on this, and I'll walk you through on how you can do that. So, but this is a 1/35 scale by Academy, and this includes photo etch. And guys, I've seen several builds of this done on YouTube, and man, it looks really sharp. The very nice, clean, detailed ship. So, but anyway, that'll be that for now. And what we're gonna do is we'll come back in a couple of days for part 7 for the nacelle, and go from there, guys. So until then, take care, stay safe, and happy modeling, everybody.